when you guys first started this out, how do you, because I've definitely found this very interesting. I've never had a partner on anything. Because it's very, like, if you start your own thing, it's very difficult to like, oh yeah, you make sense to be right there alongside with me every single day, and I'm not going to get sick of you. How did you guys figure that out?
Yeah, I think that question really lies in the journey, and I think it's very unique case by case based on the individual's work styles, their social lifestyles, different priorities that they have. I think all in all, it really just comes from I think being open. I think truthfully, we have a bit of a policy that if something's bothering one of us, we just try to bring it up right away, whether it's personal, whether it's business related, whether it's a mix of the two, because that happens. Anyone that thinks you can draw a line in the sand between the two, I wouldn't necessarily agree with them on that. I think, yeah, if you can just be open and say, listen, like, hey man, this is bothering me, or hey, this is something that I would maybe like to talk about. I really think, and to your point, Buster, I think it stems in trust, right? If you trust someone, you could be like, hey, I'm gonna go travel around the world for the next 60 days. You might be like, well, why are you deciding to do that? And if, you have a conversation and both parties feel somewhat satisfied about it, and you go, okay, well, do it. And if the person goes, listen, if I do it and 20 days in, you feel like something's wrong, I'll come back. But trust me that at the end of the day, my main focus and my main passion is whatever we're doing together. And that's first. And everything else comes second. However, what a lot of people neglect to realize is that sometimes in order to put something first, for a brief moment, you need to put other things first, which means whether that's yourself, whether that's your family, whether that's your friends, mental health, physical health, right? Putting the business first doesn't always mean that you're actually doing what's best for the business. And I think understanding that and learning that is a really, really important way of not only being able to be a better entrepreneur or a better person to whatever you do, but I think it's ultimately what leads to having a successful relationship between 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, whatever it may be, is understanding that sometimes those needs lead to business success, even though you can't always see it right away.
Yeah. And the thing about Aanikh too is, he's part of my closest friends group, obviously. I also know that he's somebody I see at work every single day, the co-founder, but he's also my roommate. Like, we literally see each other 99% of the time, right? So to your point of getting sick of the other person, there will be times, I think, where we are a little sick of each other, but we're really open about just disconnecting in ways that allow us to like go back to just being kids. Like that, we work, we go home, we eat together sometimes, maybe we don't, but at the end of the day, we literally go to our Xbox and we turn on Call of Duty and we become like 14-year-old kids again, right? And that just like refreshes the whole relationship, even if that day was really shitty.
Yeah, 100%. Just being able to like go back to something like we play basketball every Sunday. We're part of a team. Like, things
in the playoffs now, by the way.
Yeah, semifinals
coming up this Sunday.
Okay,
yeah,
that's big.
Yeah.
After this, we need to tell the story about when we went. But continue.
Oh yeah. Long story short,
when I beat Buster, by the way, that's the
not
preview.
even. Don't preface any of it.
I am gonna preface that with the
continue.
truth. Anyways, Aanikh, sorry.
I love this.
Just podcast gonna shut down. We're gonna fight. We're gonna 1v1 right here.
Yeah.
The newest boxing match.
Oh yeah. Screw Logan Paul versus KSI.
It's Rachel versus Rachel.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I think I got Rachel.
That was.
I got
good.
Rachel too.
That's a bet.
Yeah. To quickly wrap up, I think no one ever wants to be in front of everyone 100% of the time. Everyone needs alone time.
Yeah.
Everyone needs personal time with other groups of friends or whatever it may be. It's just, be honest and have fun. I think at the end of the day, like looking at life with a glass half full perspective, I think is one of the most difficult and most rewarding things to do. Because when you really come down to it, like a lot of us live extremely, extremely blessed lives.
Yeah.
Like stupidly blessed lives. And I think if we just look at it like that and say, holy crap, I'm 21 years old. I live with one of my closest friends. I build a company that I'm super excited about, and I can travel and meet and do cool things like this without feeling like, I'm, bounded to anything. That's such an extremely 0.0001% of the world type thing. So I think looking at life like that too helps put everything in perspective and makes you realize that some of the little things just aren't that important.